Went on a date with my overweight best friend. It was the worst mistake of my life. I never liked Sarah much as she was pretty overweight. But I've always known that she had a thing for me. I've always been reluctant to go on a date with her because I genuinely value our friendship and felt putting romance there would just mess things up. On top of that, my boy said her noggin game was garbage. About a week ago, I was hanging out with Sarah and our other mutual friend as they listened to me complain about my unfortunate dating history. The mutual friend then put out the idea of a date between Sarah and I. He did this mainly to just make the room temporarily awkward, but it led to a conversation where I essentially asked Sarah for a date out of pity. For the days leading up to the date, Sarah and I became a lot more flirty, and I have to admit I was also excited for the date. I started seeing her as curvy rather than overweight. 2 days ago, I picked Sarah up, and we went to a fairly fancy restaurant. When the waiter came, I ordered my food. She then ordered basically 3 separate meals, and I didn't know what to say or how to question why she ordered so much food. When I finished my food, she barely ate half of one plate, and she then said she wasn't actually hungry because she ate lunch right before she left her place. I asked her why then she ordered 3 meals, and she said one is for her mom's dinner since she's always wanted to try this restaurant out, and the other meal is for her to eat with her mom during dinner. I then told her that it's nice that she's getting dinner for her mom. It's cute that she would do that, to which she responded, "I should be thanking you since you're paying." I had told her I would pay for the date, but I definitely never agreed to paying for her mom and her dinner when we had only gone out for lunch. The meal was expensive, but I would have been fine paying for her if she actually ate all 3 meals. Instead, it all just felt wrong to me. The rest of the date was ruined for me and I was completely checked out. I was just going through the motions. After I left her at her place, I went radio silent on her as I was still annoyed by what she did. Today, I wanted to just tell her that I think it's better we go back to being friends. But as I opened our chat message to her, I read a message she sent me shortly after our date. She basically was thanking me for the date and then went on to pour out her feelings for me. She said that she has loved me for years and the date was like a dream come true for her. I had to drive over to her place to tell her as gently as possible that the feelings aren't mutual. Which resulted in her crying and screaming at me as to why I even asked her out on the date. I feel horrible.